So everyone, here we are. 1 year of VGSquirrel. It has been 1 year since I uploaded the first VGSquirrel video, the top 10 video game intros. Now, it technically isn't 1 year of VGSquirrel because I created the channel in October, I think, of 2013, I want to say. I thought of the name and I was like, let me see if that's taken. And I went to YouTube, saw it wasn't taken, created an email, and made this channel. And it took 3 years after that to release my first video. So what this video is going to be is basically my thoughts on the past year, even, leading up to the past year, and just what I plan to do in the future. So first things first, I just want to say right out of the gate, thank you so much to everyone who has supported me throughout this time and, has given me criticism and, made me think what's working, what's not working. To get such support right out of the gate meant so much to me. And I'll tell you the story of why it took me so long to finally start the channel. So I guess it all starts mainly 2006, 7, 8, maybe even a little bit in 5. But that's when I really started watching YouTube. I'd say 07, 08 were the most influential years because that's when I found The Angry Video Game Nerd and Screw Attack. And then 08 was Nostalgia Critic. That was another big one. 08 or 09. I think 08. Those channels made me learn, hey, this is a sort of thing that people do for a living. Now, I'm not saying I'm at a point where I can do this for a living, but it made me go, oh, you can do that online. You can do stuff about video games, which is something I've always been fascinated by. The history of it, playing video games, obviously. Those videos came out when I was in middle school, which is a very impressionable time. And I got obsessed with them. I started watching every Screw Attack Top 10 and Video Game Vault, every Angry Video Game Nerd. It was always, once I found out people were doing this for a career, I was like, man, that would be the dream to do something like that. And in my dream of all dreams, doing this on YouTube would be what I want to do. I love the idea of people independently working, not having to deal with studio stuff and being able to just make what people want to make. So that's what attracts me to YouTube so much. But I know, in the reality, a lot of it is luck, a lot of it is skill, a lot of it is being able to sell yourself, I guess. This video is going to be a ramble if I didn't already say that. It's I have no structure to this, so I'm just kind of going to ramble. So I grew up watching these guys and seeing that they can make a career out of it. And I guess at that time I never really thought of making videos myself. It wasn't until about 10th grade until I had to do a video project for chemistry class. For those of you who know Call of Stoichiometry, Modern Mole Fair 2. You might be able to find that. That might be copyright stricken. You might be able to find that online somewhere. But that video that video got me to learn how to edit. It was on Pinnacle Studio though. I got a Dazzler, whatever they're called, the capture card for AV format to actually start trying to capture game footage. So I guess I was thinking about it at the time, but I didn't even have a camera, so I would guess I was thinking about just recording game footage. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but I ended up getting a Pinnacle Studio and Dazzler for Christmas. So in high school, I was starting to get the idea of maybe I should start a gaming YouTube thing, but unfortunately, due to my insecurities and what people would think about me, I kind of held off, I actually did make one in high school that most people don't know about, and I will not be posting that until a special occasion. It's removed from YouTube, or it's on private on YouTube, so good luck finding it. If you find it, kudos to you somehow. But yeah, I'll post that video maybe when I reach a certain milestone, I guess. Or, you know, if I ever got to the chance where I got to like have my own panel at a convention, that's probably where I'd show it. But that's thinking far ahead. Darren, you have 59 subscribers. But, you know, I have big dreams, okay? I do, you know, want this thing to take off. So basically, I held off making any sort of gaming channel. And, you know, that continued on until about, I think 2014 is when I finally decided, you know, hey, I'm gonna actually make a YouTube channel. I created the name in 2013, but I was right in the middle of college at that time. I graduated high school in 2012 and just graduated college in December of 2016, to give you guys an idea of the time frame. In about November of 2014, I'd say early November, maybe late October, I started writing the script for this first video. But if anyone knows me personally, they know the fall of 2014 and the winter, beginning of 2015 was some rough times for my family. I lost my grandma, my grandpa, my cousin, and in January I lost my dad. And with that, my heart wasn't in it. I knew I didn't really want to make content at that time. And then later in the spring, more summer of 2015, I had started up again working on the content. I started working on the content again, and before I had recorded everything on camera. Like, I had actually filmed a little bit in November 2014. I think I filmed every scene with my face on it. If I still have that footage, I'll If I still have that footage, I'll put up like where everything was filmed, because it's different than the video that was released. In the spring or summer of 2015, I recorded the audio sections, the part where there's gameplay, but my vocal audio sections on my friend's, on Taylor's actually, Blue Yeti mic. And I was like, ooh, I like this. I'm gonna do this. And then I said, well, I can't use like the camera audio at one point and then mic audio, which I was between apartments at the time. I didn't have everything set up and I wanted everything to look good. So then I kind of waited longer to start filming. I think I ended up filming it in December of 2015 because I got back into school. Like, I had taken off a semester of school in the summer after everything that had happened. So I had recorded everything on Taylor's Yeti mic. Then I got a Yeti mic with a pop filter, and I liked the quality better. So then I re-recorded everything on my Yeti mic with the pop filter, then filmed the actual camera footage again, because I wanted to be in my apartment with all the games set up and everything, because I think presentation, I was really trying to make a strong first impression. So I wanted, you know, like a proper background and stuff like that. So I filmed that in December of 2015, you know, the whole, with the Yeti mic, to combine with, you know, the camera footage, along with the re-recording the audio that I had already recorded on Taylor's microphone with the new microphone. This is getting really rambly, I hope you can follow. So after that, then I started editing again, because I had already laid down some of the audio and got rid of that, re-edited it to this audio. I think some of the original audio is still in there because the timing worked so well to me. I was like, you know what? I think I can get away with the non-pop filter Yeti mic audio. So eventually I redid that, redid most of the video, and in July of 2017 is when I finally released it. But I edited on that video really slowly because there would come times where I'm like, do I really want to do this? Do I want to put such a nerdy front out there on the internet? Because I guess in high school, you know, I was very insecure about showing how nerdy I was. Like, people knew I was a nerd, obviously. I don't think people knew the extent of the video games and everything. And that was something that kind of held me back for a while. Which, you know, in high school, you kind of understand, like, you kind of know that if you do something and it goes on Facebook, everyone's gonna know about it. And I really just didn't want to live with, you know, hey, VGSquirrel, or whatever my name would have been at the time, because Squirrel wasn't in my life at that time. That wasn't until FSU. Which, the high school video, I was not under the VGSquirrel alias for that one video I mentioned. So, eventually, I just fought my inner struggles and was like, you know what, Darren, I'm just gonna put it out. I did kind of tell people I was friends with that weren't so aware of the nerdy side. They were aware of the nerdy side, but they didn't know the extent. I kind of told them, like, hey, I'm gonna be putting something really nerdy on the internet. I hope you'll stay my friend. So I put that out, and you know, the day I released that was one of the happiest days of my life. And I know that sounds cliche and whatever, but the idea of, I had been working on this thing for like a year and a half off and on, and I just was so worried about what people would think about me. But I put it out there, and everyone was super nice and super supportive, and I cannot thank everyone enough for that, because, man, if people started making fun of me, I would have probably gone into a hole and never come out. I want to thank everyone so much that supported me initially, because, man, that was some nerve-wracking stuff. I didn't know what people were going to think of me, if they were going to make fun of me, if I was going to become like a laughingstock type thing. But I was so relieved when I released that video that everyone was so supportive. After I released that, I was so happy with myself, and doing this VGSquirrel thing has made me so very happy. And for anyone who's thinking about doing something creative, doing something that you're gonna put hours of work into and not get any monetary supply of it, or you're not gonna get paid for it, basically. For anybody who wants to do something creative knowing that they're not gonna get paid for it, just wants to do it just to straight up do it, I'm telling you right now, just go do it. Like, you will feel so much better once you've actually done the thing you want to do, instead of just bottling up and going, no, I don't know what people will think of me. Like, I 100% recommend just following what you want to do and trying it. At least trying it, because you will live with those regrets for a while. I know, looking back, I wish I started this earlier, but there were some equipment issues with that. But yeah, just, if you have the ability to start what you want to do, go ahead and start it, because, and no matter, it might not be perfect the first one you release. I don't think the top 10 video game intros is perfect. I do think it still holds up pretty well. I know I've gotten better at editing. That's due to having a better computer now. Those first 5 videos I did up to the Star Wars Episode 1 game feeder, those were done on a, like, 6-year-old laptop, and a laptop that should not have had video work done on it. Like, that thing was steaming when I tried to make videos. Just do do what you want to do. At least try it. So right now, here we are now. I've been working on stuff for a year. That first 9 months of the year, I was still dealing with college and moving, and we're actually moving some roommates in right now, so that's kind of going on. And also I'm trying to find a job because we just went on vacation and we were holding off me finding a job until we went on this vacation, so no job would interfere with it. Right now I've been helping out my mom with some things, and you know, for these past 6 months since I graduated, and that's all coming to an end. So now it's time for me to find a job but also work on this, but then those will be basically the only two focuses in my life, is YouTube and work. And basically I want to find a job so I can fund attempting the YouTube thing, because right now is the time of my life where I can really give a shot at this thing, you know, really put a lot of effort into it and see if anything comes of it. If nothing comes of it, I can at least say I tried, you know? And I'm going to continue working on this as long as my life allows me to. You know, if I get a kid or something, then that'll, you know, take over my life, I'm sure. Basically, I just wanted to say again, thank you so much to everyone who has helped out with this channel, everyone who has just supported and said nice things about the channel, especially the people who aren't into video games, but say, I like the editing of your videos, or I think your videos are funny. That type of stuff, I'm just like, wow, like, you sat through a half-an-hour video of something you're not interested in just to watch? That means so much. It really does. And, you know, thank you to all my close friends who have supported me, and everyone who's been on Game Feeder, especially since most of the people who have been on Game Feeder haven't been featured yet. I'll get to your videos soon, I promise. And this year's been exciting for me because I've actually been getting compliments from people that I've been watching for, like, years. Like, the Game Attack guys, they've commented on, they commented on the Craig video I did, and iRetroGamer, who I only discovered, like, after I had started working on VGSquirrel. I only discovered him, but I love his videos, and he commented something very nice. And G to the Next Level, who also does video work with iRetroGamer, he said something very nice about my video. And the Game Attack guys, Craig, I actually was in Craig's call-in show, which I don't think the footage is on YouTube anymore. If it is, I'll put it up. But I originally talked to him, like, after initially starting the channel, and, you know, he gave me the advice of just work on your YouTube channel, work for yourself in this economy.
Take your VGSquirrel YouTube channel and go. Go as fast as you can. Work for yourself. Don't be dependent on anybody. Just do it yourself. Well, that's great.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, I'm definitely going to need a job to monetarily support myself right now. You know, those words meant a lot, you know. He's managed a channel that had millions of subscribers, and now he's running Game Attack, which is one of my favorite YouTube channels. Sean Boland, also at Game Attack, he commented something very nice. And Black Nerd, Andre, over at Black Nerd Comedy, he commented on my Pac-Land video, which, you know, I had sent to a couple of these people. Some people just found them, but some of them I, you know, sent videos to, and I was surprised they actually watched them, because I know they must get videos sent to them all the time. But I was very honored and very humbled by everyone who said such nice things, and it really meant the world to me. Oh, another cool thing is I made up a little Photoshop of a try-hard episode, and it became the thumbnail of the episode. If I told 2007 Darren that, you know, I guess that would be 14-year-old Darren, that something I made would be, like, on the cover of one of Craig's videos, since Game Attack wasn't a thing, he'd be freaking out. So, just to just to everyone who has helped so far. This is still a very small YouTube channel. I'm at 59 subscribers. But I'm very optimistic about the future. I do think the channel will grow. I'm going to try and grow this channel for the next year or two. I mean, I'm going to always try and grow the channel. But right now, I think is when you'll see the most effort from me. And if it doesn't work out, you know, if I do get a full-time job, I will always... Or if I do get, you know, a big full-time thing, not just, you know, something to really support myself, like if I get a family-type job, I will always try and work on this channel, I think, until it starts to... Until I get bored with it, I guess, but right now this is like such a dream of mine that I can't even possibly see that happening. So, either way, this has seriously meant so much to me, just all the nice things people have said. And, you know, even the critical things people have said, because I do need a dose of reality at times. Sometimes I just think, like, yeah, this channel will take off, but that's kind of my mindset. I like to think things will be successful, because if not, it's like, well, why are you doing it? Well, and, you know, I do it for the love, but the love of doing it, but I also like to think that people will end up seeing the videos just because I do want to entertain people. I want to make people laugh. It's not something I realized I wanted to do for a long time, but I do. I want to inform people about things I like, and I want to inform people about things I like, and, you know, entertain them in some way if I can. And yeah, so video-wise, what's the future? Well, a new game feeder should be out in a couple days. The whole going up to North Carolina vacation thing kind of set me back. I wanted to release it before then, but then there was arranging the trip, you know, like getting ready for the trip, and then all the stuff going on with my mom and this. It's been it's not easy to manage everything right now, but I think once it becomes just my job and this, I think it'll be a bit easier, just because I will have a more structured time. Like, I will get home from work and then work on this, you know? That's the plan. So the future of the channel, I would say more Acorny reviews, which that show doesn't work plurally, but whatever. More game feeders, more best deals, more average amiibo trainers. I would say Acorny reviews and game feeders are the big ones, and top 10s. Those are like the bigger shows, which game feeder was actually supposed to be like a more minor show, but they've ended up taking longer to edit because I keep throwing stuff in, which is a problem I really need to work on. Is I'm always like, ooh, I'll throw all these effects in, and then the video takes forever to make, and I do it all myself. So I'm gonna try and cut down on effects, like especially like the Pac-Land video. That Pac-Land video had way too many effects in it. Like the section where it's Hager's body, but Pac-Man's face and his hands in front of his face. I spent an entire night photoshopping that frame by frame. I don't recommend that. I love how it came out, but I really need to work on not doing such a large amount of work on something that's like 3 seconds long, you know? So that, I'm trying to figure that out. But another thing is, people ask, like, are you gonna do Let's Plays? Are you gonna do streams? Streams right now, my Mac is from like 2011, and I hear Macs are not the best for streaming. I hear you kind of want a PC tower for that. So if it ever gets in the budget that I can get a PC tower, then I'll start streaming. I probably won't be streaming anytime soon. And then Let's Plays. Look, I love Let's Plays. I love watching Let's Plays. I don't want this channel to suddenly just shift its focus to Let's Plays. I'd say the closest you get to Let's Plays is game feeders right now, but I might do like one-off things with some friends where it's not a game feeder, it's not a first impression thing. But I don't want to do a thing where I start a game and it's like 30-something parts or more of one game, and I'm editing all those, because that's not... When I first started this channel, that's not what I envisioned it to be. And I know Let's Plays are fun, but I kind of like mixing it up. I don't like just sticking with one thing, one game for a while. To those that like certain shows and not other shows, I don't plan on like canceling any of the shows I'm doing unless it's like, I mean, I'm not going to do another Screen Junkies audition unless there's another one of those, you know. I think I'm done with the Game Attack videos as well. Those were two I just came up with at the time, and I did the Craig one because it seemed more time sensitive. I feel like the Bolin and Yo-Kalele one could have been done at any time, so just when I had the time I did it. But anyway, I'm noticing the camera is running out of memory. I should have cleared that first. So yeah, right now I'm at 17 videos with VGSquirrel, 18 including this one, and then soon to be 19 with the game feeder. After that, I think it'll be a corny review or an average amiibo trainer. I might try and squeeze an average amiibo trainer in there. And then an a corny review, and then I think after that will be the top 10 Marvel and top 10 Capcom lists for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I've brought that up a couple times now. But yeah, that's the plan right now, and I plan for production to be more frequent throughout the year, not like 4 months between that first video and Game Feeder. It was like 3 months or something. I'm gonna try and be more frequent than that. But yeah, those are the plans right now, just mainly continue what I'm doing. Also, with the roommates moving in, I might do a podcast. That's up in the air right now. I would like to do a podcast, and maybe not the same people every time. And right now, I'm just sticking with doing mostly just stuff by myself, minus like game feeders. Because I know I'm gonna be the one who has the most focus on this channel, and while I love my friends, I don't want to rely on any single one person because they have lives to do. So I don't want to say like, hey, you know, he's going to be on every episode type thing. That's kind of why Game Feeder's a thing, because I can switch out people. So yeah, I don't want to do any sort of show where it's strictly like 2 or 3 people, like the same people, because I just don't think that's feasible right now. Everyone I know is in a time of their lives where they're transitioning into full-time jobs, and they can't exactly come be on my YouTube channel where they're not gonna get paid. Sorry, it's true, I can't pay you. Where they're not gonna get paid to be on this, so there's not gonna be any sort of show with any strict cast. So basically, that was a long ramble of a video. Don't know how long it will be because there will be cuts. I stuttered and rambled on a lot in this one. But basically, just thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for continuing to support the channel. And just thank you, I guess. Thank you so much. Doing VGSquirrel has made me the happiest I've maybe ever been. I'm so happy to finally put my energy and work into something that I truly love to do. So just thank you so much, guys. Happy birthday to VGSquirrel, I guess. Happy birthday to myself. That's pathetic, saying that to yourself, but whatever. Happy 2nd birthday to myself. Happy VGSquirrel birthday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, even though everyone makes fun of, everyone makes fun of YouTubers for saying this, but liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff really means so much to anyone trying to do something like this. So that's why people say it. It really comes from their heart. They want more people to see it, and I appreciate it when any of you guys do any of that stuff. So thank you so much, guys, and a new game feeder is on the way. Anyway, guys, here's to another year of VGSquirrel, and hopefully to many more. I appreciate you guys so much, and thanks for watching me ramble by myself for who knows how long. Anyway, guys, I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.